You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about these statements coming from Caitlin Clark's agent. Now, I don't know about many of you, but I've tended to believe that maybe she could use some new representation. Some people have brought up Clutch. I don't know about that. But I think a lot of us believe that Caitlin Clark got hung out to dry on that Nike deal. I mean, the guy that literally signed Michael Jordan to Nike come out and said Caitlin Clark should have gotten $100 million plus percentages. Like there should have literally been a Jordan-like Clark brand that was birthed out as she entered the league. That's the amount of pull that she's got. Literally, she is the WNBA's equivalent of Michael Jordan coming into the league. You guys, I used to say it a lot. Steph Curry, the hybrid love child of Steph Curry and Larry Bird with the marketing, the branding of Michael Jordan. That's pretty damn good. And you saw a reflection of that, attendance, gate. We don't talk about gate revenue enough, but gate revenue is how much are you willing to pay to literally get in and sit down and watch Caitlin Clark play? Well, a lot of fans were willing to pay much more than the actual original ticket value. All right, so that's why you saw so many big gate revenues. The aftermarket sales were blowing up, especially like during those Angel Reese games. Oh, it wasn't just Caitlin Clark, it was Angel too. I mean, honestly, if there wasn't some prior friction between those two, would anybody be overpaying? I mean, the Chicago Sky do not sell out their own home games with Angel playing, by the way. But that's neither here nor there. I didn't mean to really necessarily even take a shot at Angel Reese. I wasn't trying to, but I was trying to make a point. So Caitlin Clark's agent come out and said that the WNBA will likely never be able to pay Caitlin Clark what she's worth. No doubt about it. No matter what, this is a factual statement. Like, I don't think it's a stretch to say, honestly, she ought to be making like $10 million a year just to play basketball. And we're not even talking endorsements. I just think that her branding is that powerful coming into the league, and they've got no way of paying her that. Why? Because the league has historically never made any money and never got any ratings. By the way, that's a byproduct of the players that are in the league right now making themselves extremely unlikable. Okay, we're going through that right now. The Brianna Turner signing with the Indiana Fever, and she had a lot to say prior to coming over here. Fans ain't forgot that. And now that the Fever is being called out, now that she's being called out, you're seeing an implosion in the fandom now. I mean, seriously. Of course, that kind of person is going to get called out. Well, the problem is there's a lot of those kind of people in the league, and people never watched it. So the media rights contract deal was not good enough. And make no mistake, folks, when it comes to professional sports, the money is tied to the television revenue. All right? You see these massive deals in these other sports. Well, that's because there's crazy amount of money being paid. Why, I don't know. A lot of people feel like networks have been overpaying for the NBA for years now, Major League Baseball, etc. Well, that's why the NFL, these networks are willing to give these enormous amounts of money, and that's why you see the contracts. All right, so the WNBA's had a $60 million a year, roughly, television media rights deal, and it's going up to 200. Plus, there's a remaining 60 that's also going to be a part of that. So it's going to go up to about $240 to $260 million a year. Well, you should roughly be able to triple the salaries in the WNBA. But that's not nearly going to be enough as far as what Caitlin Clark's actually worth. She's going to make her money from endorsements. It's never going to be playing for this league. Caitlin Clark immediately became a star as soon as she stepped onto the floor in an Indiana Fever jersey last year, despite naysayers believing it would take her a while to get up to speed. Clark's salary became a talking point during her rookie season. Her rookie deal is worth just over $338,000 over 4 years, with an annual average value at $84,500. She earned around $76,000 in her first season and will earn around $78,000 for her second season. The Fever hold a club option for Clark's contract in 2027, which at this point seems extremely likely they will pick up at record speed. By the 2028 offseason, she will be a restricted free agent. As Clark continues to grow as a player, increasingly making waves in the WNBA, she will be poised to set a record with whatever contract that might come to her. A sports agent told ESPN in a story Monday that it would be quite difficult for the sharpshooter to receive what she is actually worth. There's no possible way. The media rights deal, as big as it is, as big as it has grown too, and yeah, the salaries will grow. She is the only player in the league that you can honestly say deserves millions of dollars, right? Because she's the only one that moves the needle. Regardless of how they want to try to market like 4, 5, 6 other players to be as big as her, the statistics and analytics don't bear that out. They don't. They don't have the impact. Will Caitlin Clark ever be paid by the WNBA what she's really worth? I don't think that's possible. Excel Sports Management's Aaron Kane told ESPN. She's part of a larger body. They all need to be paid more. She should be recognized for what she has done and what's brought to the league from an economic standpoint. It's as simple as that. A Supermax contract under the WNBA's current CBA is worth nearly $242,000, and by the time Clark gets a chance to negotiate a new deal, the landscape could be changed. Look, if you just sort of extrapolate out the numbers, I think in 3 years, 4 years, a Supermax contract is going to be around somewhere between $600,000 and $750,000 a year. I think that's possible because of the television. They should turn a profit unless the players ask for so much money that they still can't turn a profit. That's the other thing here. Are they going to recognize, look, we can ask for money, but it's going to have to be reasonable enough, or this league still won't turn a profit, and they should. I've done the math. They should actually turn a profit based on the new media rights deal that came with the NBA. But if the salaries go up so much, there's a world where, no, they don't turn a profit still. The Women's National Basketball Players Association opted out of the current CBA last October with the possibility of work stoppage if a new deal is not reached by the end of the 2025 season. The union sought a deal that would increase players' salaries, according to ESPN. So I don't know. We're going to have to see where this goes. Yeah, salaries are going to go up. Are they going to go up to the extent that some of these players believe? I don't think so. They can't. They're not going to get paid what the NBA is getting paid because the television contracts are astronomically different. All right. Now, one could argue at least some games, and if the WNBA was smart, they would literally be selling out a Caitlin Clark package, maybe of some sorts, to these networks. In other words, how much are you willing to pay for 5 Caitlin Clark games? Oh, well, shit, we're willing to pay blah, blah, blah. Because there's a world where, believe it or not, those 5 games might actually be worth 5 to 10 million to 12 million viewers, which is more than a lot of NBA games get, right? So that's kind of how I would have tried to have looked at it, if possible. But I don't know that their business is set up where they can actually do that for just one player. And what do you do if you're the rest of the networks? You're overpaying for just one team, and that's it. Literally one team. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.